to see that Delfino Plaza is once again a mess, just like it was the first time we showed up here. Ah, well. Pretty good. This is a pretty convenient time to start knocking out the pair of X graffiti that you can find here in Delfino Plaza if you're going for all the blue coins. I will show this off just for the sake of it, because I love this game. Do use the water slide as I think that's what a lot of us call it, the water slide. Very helpful tool. It's kind of like a light version of the turbo nozzle, actually. But I find that the turbo nozzle can be a little too fast for its own good sometimes. So using the water slide technique might be better in certain situations like this one, so you don't overshoot your destination, as it were. And that brings us to 3 of 20 blue coins in Delfino Plaza. Keep that in mind. Now we're gonna knock this guy out. So you'll notice that this goopy piranha plant is darker in color. That basically means that it's actually 3 more hits, or basically a second cycle of hits, compared to the other 3, I think it's 3, that we've already defeated up to this point, and we gotta knock out this guy, and there's gonna be 1 more later in the game. Yeah, they do spam these guys way too much. This boss in particular, I can totally understand people criticizing for being reused too many times, for sure. But at the same time, it's such a simple boss fight. I can't be too mad at it. It's not like you can just have the level portals spawn out of nowhere. That would be too boring, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I want... Doing the spam spray in the air is a really good way to knock these guys out, I find. Alright, that takes care of that. Actually, there's a couple more blue coins we can knock out here. Pretty close by. I think normally in my 100% routing, I usually do these later on in another level transition, but for the sake of the Let's Play, I can show these off for you guys now. Alright, let's dial that back a little bit. Get this end graffiti out of the way. And that's blue coin number 4. There's another one further ahead, but I think I can wait for that. But there should be a blue bird around here somewhere. Pretty sure there's a blue. Oh! There's the little rascal right there. Another blue bird, just like we saw in Bianco Hills. This one can be rather pesky, though. But thankfully, there's a nice little pool of water that you can replenish your H2O supply nearby. And you can backflip on the wall here. I love how acrobatic Mario is here in Sunshine, man. The movement is just so good. Again, the spam spray can be really helpful to knock these birds out, but it's also going to burn your water supply like nothing else, so do use caution. Yeah, it seems like it varies how much water you got to spray on some of these birds. That brings us up to 5 of 20 blue coins in Delfino Plaza. Dang, that's a quarter of the blue coins. Wow, that was so difficult. Oh my god. Before we, well, actually, I can go ahead and unlock the portal. Nice, there we go. If you come in here and talk to these Tanukis, these are the guys you want to bring your blue coins to convert into Shine Sprites. Every 10 blue coins equals 1 Shine Sprite. There is a total of 240 blue coins in the game, and that means 24 shines you get that way. So there are 96 shines you collect through normal means. Yeah, it would have been nice to have 24 more missions instead, but what can you do? The game had to meet a deadline back during the GameCube era. The GameCube era is... I have a lot of fond memories with that generation, honestly, but it was such an experimental era for Nintendo, in retrospect. I mean, just look at Sunshine and how weird and unique it is. And there are also other games like The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker made its debut on the GameCube as well. That was such a unique Zelda game. It's also my favorite Zelda game of all time. So, you know, props for that. At any rate, though, long overdue introduction. Welcome to Ricco Harbor. You know what? I think this is honestly my favorite area in the game. Partially because of the music. I think the music track is really great. But it's also a nice, simple harbor-like area. And it's pretty simple, pretty chill place, honestly. You can get a few blue coins here at the start during the first mission. A lot of them you can get at any time, really. There's a couple that are 100% exclusive. I know of at least one that's exclusive this episode. I should hopefully be knocking that out shortly. We'll just jump on that bloop bloop. There's going to be some graffiti that you find underneath the paint like goop. I know, and the graffiti is paint like goop as well, so you're finding goop within goop. It's like goopception or something. But yeah, you get this blue coin over there. I believe that's what, the second or third one that I got in Ricco Harbor already? Yeah, I'm going through these at such a fast pace, it's hard to keep track, honestly. Alright, let's see. There's going to be some more graffiti over here. Alright, so over here, and track down the second in graffiti. It's over here. Yeah, and there's going to be another one on the side of the ship, too. Right over here. Like, literally, this is like 3 blue coins in the span of, like, half a minute. There's a lot of blue coins you can access during the first mission. Probably almost half of the blue coins in Ricco Harbor can be found in the first episode. Ignore the green X for now, though. You're going to need a tool that you can acquire later in the game. May or may not be the turbo nozzle. I'm not going to spoil that ahead of time. It may or may not be the turbo nozzle. Alright. Take care of the goop to take care of the enemies so they don't annoy you or necessary. Sure, a lot of bloopers around here. Kind of makes you wonder. Knock these guys out, and let's head over here near this cement, go into first person, and oh, a blue shine mark on the wall, and another blue coin for us. Don't mind if I do. What's in this crate over here? I could swear there was something here. Oh, one-up mushroom, don't mind if I do. The one-up mushrooms in Sunshine are unique in that they not only give you an extra life, but I think they recover all of your health and refill your water tank. For some bizarre, I don't know why it does that, but it's very convenient that it does that. Let me tell you. All right, so I'm gonna show off. I think I can show off a skip of sorts. Spin jump on the wall and hover nozzle, and you can get to the upper area of the town, of the harbor town of Ricco Harbor, fairly easily. I think there's a couple more graffitis around here somewhere. A couple more end graffitis. This might be the level with the most end graffitis. Now I think about it off the top of my head. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and get that blue coin on the scaffolding over here, near this tower. It might be a little more convenient to get this during the 4th mission in Ricco Harbor, but I already saw it. It was within my field of vision. Why not knock it out ahead of time? Oh, blue coin on top of the fountain. Well, don't mind. If they're just gonna give them away like this, why not take it, huh? Well, actually, this one might be a little better to take a different approach. Let's see. We're gonna borrow that guy's head to jump up here. Yeah, that works out pretty nicely. Alright, just do a normal jump off of here, and there you go. That blue coin is pretty easy to get, honestly. Let's knock these bloopers out so they don't annoy. Get this M graffiti here. I believe there's gonna be another M graffiti in the upper areas, so we're gonna try and knock that out real quick. Right on that roof, let me tell you. Some people pronounce it rough, and some people pronounce it roof. I usually pronounce it roof. Do post in the comments why some people pronounce the word differently. It's spelled with 2 O's, so, I mean, it kind of makes you wonder. Alright, we get that blue coin. How many are we up to right now? We are at 11 blue coins, wow. Alright, I know of at least one more that's completely exclusive this episode. So I'm going to show that one off. I think 12 is pretty good for the first episode. I think 15 is possible, but like I said, I think for the first episode, 12 is a pretty nice number to shoot for. That's more than a third of the total, so, I mean, on the first of 7 to 8 missions, depending on what kind of run you're doing, you know? Alright, let's get over that blooper. Are there any blue coins I can knock out here, where I head down? I guess not. Alright, what you want to do is you want to jump down here and start spraying water into this fan over here, because by doing so, you will make the sub come back up to the surface. And this yellow submarine, I wonder if they intentionally chose that color for some reason, will produce a blue coin upon being spawned. Only in the first episode of Ricco Harbor. That is an exclusive. I'm pretty sure that's the only exclusive. Maybe some of those in graffitis under the goop are exclusive as well. So, do take care of all of these, and that's a grand total of 13 blue coins for you guys to track down. There should be a couple more blue coins in the scaffolding that's scattered around here in Ricco Harbor. Actually, all that scaffolding up there, there's quite a handful of blue coins up there. But I usually save those, I want to say, for the 3rd episode of Ricco Harbor, rather than trying to knock it out now. I mean, it's not much of a point to do it now. Alright, let's see if I can do the spin jump skip again. Sometimes aiming the spin jump can be a little tricky. I guess I didn't have to stand on the box to do the spin jump skip, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think 13 blue coins is a pretty nice number. We're just going to go ahead and work our way to the boss, why not? So this boss, unlike Petey Piranha, who you only fight twice, this boss you fight 3 times throughout the main story of Sunshine. But this is a fun boss, so it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. Say hello to Gooper Blooper. He's a giant blooper. He's unique. His design is unique, though, because he's got like 4 tentacles, and either you can squash all the tentacles so they're stunned. This is the harder way to do this, honestly, but sometimes I like to do it the hard way. The ultimate goal is to grab onto Gooper Blooper's nose, or mouth, probably his mouth. It's being a little annoying, though. You can also pull off his tentacles. It's rather morbid that you're pulling off appendages from this creature, you know? But basically, you want to grab onto his cork mouth, pull it, and yeah, let it go. You have to do this twice in order to fully slay the beast, as it were. And yeah, you're going to fight this guy 3 times total. This is the first fight. And yeah, it's spammed a little bit, but like I said, this is a fun fight. You can choose to pull 1 tentacle and knock him out. You can pull 3 of his tentacles, half of them, or all of them if you want to. And really, this boss fight can be as fast or as slow as you want it to be. And that's something I really like about Gooper Blooper. I don't know, he's a pretty fun boss, honestly. If they're going to reuse a boss 3 times, I'm glad it's a boss that's as fun and engaging as Gooper Blooper. You know, rather than fighting a giant ghost 3 times, or fighting a bully enemy 3 times. Like, oh man, that's engaging and not totally repetitive at all. Oh my, yeah. And if you thought the blooper shenanigans were over with, well, have I got some news for you. They are nowhere near done. There aren't any exclusive blue coins in this mission, I don't think. I think there might be a couple that start spawning in this episode, but for the most part, no exclusive blue coins. There is a blue coin that's pretty convenient to get right now, though, since it's something you have to get above the water here. You can jump for it. These bloopers are very sensitive, though. If you run into the wrong object, you can instantly die, believe it or not. That's the blue coin recommended to get. So by entering this crevice, you enter the first secret area for Ricco Harbor, technically. It's not the same vein as the other secret areas, but, I mean, it is what it is. This is the blooper race. So the green blooper is the slowest but the easiest to control, and the pink one is the fastest but the hardest to control. For this race, I recommend the yellow, well-balanced blooper. And you don't really have to worry about completing the race in a time limit this time, but if you come back here and do the race a second time, and I think you have to do it within a time limit, I'm not 100% sure about that, but you probably do have to do it in a time limit, you will get a second Shine Sprite for your trouble. If you die here, I'm pretty sure you restart at the start of this area, though, thankfully. So that's going to save you a little bit of time. Jump over here for a nice little shortcut, though. Keep that in mind when you redo this race with the pink blooper. Ideally, that's what you want to use for the second race. For the first race, though, you're just trying to beat the game, get to the end of the story. Just use the yellow blooper. Yellow blooper is pretty reliable, honestly. Green is very slow, but I guess it might be more reliable, technically, so I'll leave that up to you, my family. And yeah, let's move on to episode 3, and that'll probably be the last thing for this episode. Episode 3, the caged Shine Sprite. So this is another really meaty episode for Ricco Harbor because there's a lot you can do as far as getting blue coins and whatnot. Getting to the Shine Sprite though can be pretty quick though. These yellow spiders start spawning, and some of these will spawn blue coins upon being defeated. That was one of them. There's going to be another spider really close by that will also produce a blue coin upon being defeated, but this one you'll have to ground pound in order to produce the blue coin. Is that one it? No, it should be this one then, right? Come on, Spidey, Whitey. There we go. Yeah, these spiders are a little bit on the creepy side. I mean, I'm a little biased because I'm kind of an arachnophobe, but yeah, they got the legs thing going on, and it's like, ugh. Really don't want to mess with them more than I have to. There is another yellow spider on the wall over there. I think you can see it from the distance. But you need to wait until episode 8, believe it or not, to spawn the blue coin, because it needs to be defeated in a very specific way, which we won't be showing off in the Let's Play, but I'm bringing it to your attention now, so you'll know. Alright, so now we're going to be dealing with the scaffolding a lot more, so now is a pretty good time to start looking for some blue coins in the scaffolding. I couldn't tell you exactly how many blue coins there are, but there are a lot of blue coins to find here in the upper area of Ricco Harbor with all this scaffolding and all this construction stuff, you know. And yeah, there's a lot of bloopers here too. I think there's more bloopers here than in any other episode, or at least this is when the bloopers start getting spammed a lot. Alright, there's gonna be a blue coin down here. You can get that blue coin anytime, really. Alright, there's going to be another blue coin over here, actually. I'm not sure if you can get this one during episode 2. It looks like this one might be a little too high to get with the hover nozzle. Hopefully we can find something to remedy that, but yeah, I'm not sure if that blue coin spawns in episode 2, because usually I'm focused on the other one that's actually on the way to the entrance, but it is whatever. And here's the yellow submarine. In every episode after the first episode, it's already back above the water, which is why that blue coin is exclusive to episode 1. Unfortunately, kind of an annoying game level design decision there. It is what it is. There's this. This is a crane. There's actually another crane over here. I'm gonna try and spin jump over here. I believe there's a blue coin on top of this crane, and this one might be available in all episodes, but it's more convenient to get it now that it's a little more relevant. Yeah, there's a blue coin on top of the crane, and there's a blue coin on top of the scaffolding right near it, so yeah, I find that finding blue coins in Ricco Harbor for the most part is really easy, almost brain dead, really. The spin jump is your best friend, I swear to God. Alright, let's see. I believe we're going to want to get on here first, and then spin jump, and a hover. God, the hover nozzle is so good. Yeah, the blooper gets a little pot shot on me, that's fine. I'll let it, That's why the gust of wind enemies are so annoying, because they will knock you off of high platforms. And they love to do that, let me tell you. But, yeah, a lot of blue coins start becoming possible to obtain in this episode. This is also a pretty good episode to get the 100 coin shine on. Probably not the best one to do, but it's like the second best one, I want to say. So, keep the option in mind, I suppose. The spider over there, we're going to ignore the spider, though. Let's see. Guess I could go on the pole. Why not? I usually just, traverse this area normally, but let's see. Okay. Grab onto the grating here. This is the slow way to do this level, honestly. But, something different, I guess. Alright, let's head over here. All these faded out nozzle boxes. I'm looking for a very specific nozzle box, though. It's pretty high up, as I recall. There it is, the rocket nozzle. Yeah, we need that. We need that bad. Let's see. Side flip. The side flip is usually triggered by standing and then flicking the stick in the opposite direction that you're facing, and that will usually trigger it. So you want to unlock the rocket nozzle now because it's going to be really useful in episode 4. Is that that feeling of deja vu feeling? No, can't be. Yeah, the rocket nozzle will make it a lot easier to re-access the scaffolding and all that. I would say that the hover nozzle in general is better. It's also a really quick way to get to the cage shine sprite with the rocket nozzle. You can just literally get on that green platform there and rocket nozzle straight to the cage shine sprite. Actually, why don't we just go ahead and do that, honestly, because the other blue coins in the scaffolding, I can honestly wait till the next episode of this Let's Play, in episode 4 of Ricco Harbor. It's getting a little confusing to say, like, the episodes in the game and the episodes of the Let's Play. I hope none of you watching get lost if I start saying all that stuff. Yeah. Rocket nozzle is a really good way, really fast way to get this shine sprite. Shine get it! If you're playing the Japanese version, do recommend. Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario 3D All-Stars Super Mario Sunshine. And this is going to be episode 3 of the Sunshine portion, if I'm not mistaken. Last time, we finished off our business in Bianco Hill by getting 7 shine sprites, if I'm not mistaken. And we also ended with 27 out of 30 blue coins, which is a very important number to keep track of because I said that this isn't going to be a 100% playthrough, as in getting all the shine sprites, but this is going to be an all blue coins run because, you know, so many people complain about the blue coins in Sunshine saying, oh, they're so difficult and cryptic to track down, oh, the suffering, oh, the humanity. And to be fair, there are a few blue coins that are arbitrarily locked off to certain episodes in Sunshine, or certain missions, I should say. I need to start calling the episodes missions since the Let's Play parts are called episodes. But anyway, and I think at least for the episodes, the stuff that's locked to certain missions is understandable to be complained about because there's no real indication for a lot of the blue coins of why they're exclusive. Some of them, it's understandable why they're exclusive, but there's a couple of them, like the submarine earlier in Ricco Harbor, for example, the yellow submarine. Why can't that blue coin be accessible whenever? That doesn't really make a lot of sense, truth be told. And we're going to need the rocket nozzle to get at least a couple of the blue coins here, because otherwise this is going to be kind of a pain. We got 1 blue coin down there. Probably going to have to switch back to the hover nozzle for that, to be honest. There's going to be a blue coin on top of the tower. And yes, I know what the mission of this episode is. But if you come back here where the shine sprite for episode 3 was and kill this blooper, you get a blue coin for your trouble. Don't you know? I don't remember how many blue coins we ended off in the last part from Ricco Harbor. Oh, 19! And now we're at 20. Dang, that's a lot. So we got 2 over here I know of, and then there's 1 above the water that I'm going to try and wait until episode 6 to acquire. And aren't there still 2 more with the graffiti X's? I know there's at least a couple that's recommended to get during episode 8. Some of them are locked off, and some of them aren't. You know the drill by now. Alright. Alright, we got the hover nozzle down there, so this is what I'm going to do. We're going to head to the top of Ricco Tower first, because you need the rocket nozzle to get that blue coin over there. I don't know if you guys saw that. Alright. Wow, you actually have to jump to get that blue coin? I'm a little bit shocked, to be honest. Alright, we're going to do a ground pound to head back down, and then we're going to head back down again to get the hover nozzle. Probably would have been faster to go in the tower now and get the other scaffolding blue coin later, but this isn't a speed run, so I'm not going to worry about stuff like that. At least not for now. But yes, this won't be a 100% playthrough or anything, because I do feel like that would slow things down tremendously. But I am going to go out of my way to get the blue coins, that way, you know, maybe you're not looking for a blue coin walkthrough when you're looking up my playthrough here, but it's a nice bonus, you know? You won't have to track down a walkthrough to find most, if not all, these blue coins. Honestly, most of these blue coins are really easy to track down. It's really just a handful of them in any given level that can be a little tricky to track down. And yeah, sometimes it can be for rather annoying, arbitrary reasons, I won't deny. So we're going to have that blue coin on top of there. Let's see if I can do something like... Oh yeah, you can just jump off of the pole and use the hover nozzle, and yeah. Ah, why did I have to bump into the blooper? But bumping into the blooper gave me invincibility from the gusts of wind. You could say that that might be an acceptable trade-off. Alright, we're finally going to head into Rico Tower. Alright, so welcome to the third Floodless level, counting the two that were in Bianco Hills, and this is the only one that you'll run into in Rico Harbor. The blooper racing thing doesn't really count because you still have Flood with you. I mean, it's kind of a secret area, and you also get a bonus shine by redoing it, but it's still not really in the same category as levels like this or the two in Bianco Hills, I feel, for numerous reasons. Especially since, you know, you're racing on bloopers and whatnot. These gear platforms are the only real twist that you'll run into here in this Floodless level. What you want to try and do is position yourself in the middle of, like, the pegs, as it were. Alright, so this part can be a little annoying. Do switch the camera angle if need be. And something you'll probably observe more so in this Floodless level than most of the other ones is that Mario has some rather sticky traction in Sunshine specifically. Like, you're going to be doing all of these, and you're going to be surprised at how much he sticks to, like, a slope, even when it's at a deceptively dangerous-looking angle, which is kind of funny. And spin jumps are going to be your best friend here, honestly. And if you do accidentally do, like, a side or backflip, honestly, I would just reset it right there. But, you know, those one-up mushrooms really make the difference, I gotta be honest. And much like with Bianco Hills, Episode 5 is going to be a rematch with the boss you fought earlier in the level. And this being much earlier, because Gooper Blooper was Episode 1 and Petey was Episode 2, technically. Thing is, though, while Petey actually had a few new tricks up his sleeve during his rematch, Gooper Blooper doesn't really have anything new, specifically with regards to strategy or patterns or attacks. You just fight him in a different arena. And I do mean slightly different. Like, he's literally, like, instead of being over there, he's over there on top of the helipad. Yeah, there are some differences, though. Let's not sugarcoat it or anything. There's definitely some differences there. There's a trampoline there you can use to get over there fairly easily. So, I don't know if I mentioned it during the last fight, but you could spray his face and lure his tentacles in closer to you and ground pound all of them, basically, and you can try and stun all of the tentacles at the same time, unless they get desynced, like they seem to be doing right now. Okay, yeah. There's gonna be one tentacle just annoyingly messing up the timing of all this. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for him to chill. Alright, and now let's do that. Okay. Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. When his eyes turn pink, purple, that's when you let go. Alright, now what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to head below. I know you have to do it twice, but we're going to hit him once. We're going to grab this rocket nozzle. There's going to be a few blue coins that we can collect in, I think, technically any episode. It's more convenient probably to go for these during episode 8. For various reasons, but I don't know, I just felt like adding a little bit more meat to episode 5 than I usually do, because, I mean, this really is just a Gooper Blooper fight, for the most part. Rocket nozzle over here, and there's gonna be an M graffiti. Head upwards, and just aim your water, and bada bing, you got a blue coin. Alright, rocket nozzle back onto a platform, if you can help it. Okay, hold up. Jump up from the water. Alright. So normally this section with all of the platforms, you're supposed to do later on in episode 8, but I think knocking these out now will save a little bit of time, since I'm not going to be doing that mission if I can help it. Actually, I think I might have to, because there's going to be at least a few exclusive blue coins, but this will save a little bit of time when I inevitably show that mission off later on in the Let's Play. I'm not sure when I'll be doing it, but I'll have to wait and see. Got those two knocked down. Why don't we finish what we started with Goopy Bloopy over here? Land on the boat! Alright. Whoop. Up. Mario, just chill. Chill. Rocket nozzle up here. And yeah, I got all this mess of ink going on here. I'm pretty sure you have to completely wash Gooper Blooper's face of ink before you can actually grab onto his mouth. That's where tentacle desync is going on. Don't like this. Come on. Alright. Alright. And then the grab doesn't work. Actually, you know what? I think I want to refill my water, annoyingly enough. I was fixing to get the rocket nozzle again, but yeah, you just go in the water and use the rocket nozzle to get back to Gooper Blooper. Alright, pull it. Bam! Okay. Maybe the Gooper Blooper's AI might be a little bit tougher in this fight, but maybe it also has something to do with the different arena, but yeah, I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's still an easy fight. A fun fight to be sure, and one you can do in a number of ways. But, maybe that'll be the last time we see him. I mean, 2 times the charm, yeah, like P. Piranha. Have to just wait and see. Episode 6, Red Coins on the Water. One of the more annoying red coin missions in the game, and you're probably wondering why that is. Well, it's not necessarily because of the actual mission, believe it or not, but as the intro cutscene hinted at, we're going to have the return of the bloopers. So hopefully that second mission gave you some good practice, as it were, in order to get good with the bloopers. For this red coin mission, though, I'm going to recommend you get the slowest blooper that you can get. Also, starting in episode 6, we're going to have a little fish market going on over here. You got to spray one of these baskets. Couldn't tell you which one off the top of my head, but got to spray one of the baskets, and eventually one of them will spawn a blue coin. Which one's it going to be? Guess I'll just keep spraying over here. Then again, was it a basket I had to spray, or was it like the actual table of fish? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe let's do a spam spray or 2. Usually doesn't take me this long to get the blue coin here. It must be something with the switchboard. Because I've had a couple instances of trying to spawn a blue coin in other areas when I was doing the 120 Shine playthrough earlier. Yeah, I had trouble spawning a couple of these. Actually, I wonder if I can get this blue coin now that involves the other side of this X. Because, you know, you have the water slide like here. Oh, let's see if I can do it. Oh, no. It's pretty close. Honestly, I think it's doable, but whatever. But it was a good excuse to backtrack back to where the bloopers are. That's where. Well, actually, guys, before we do the blooper race, I do want to look into getting that blue coin that's above the water. Need to see if maybe we need the rocket nozzle for that. Hopefully not. But, yeah, where was that blue coin, rascal? Definitely want to knock that out before we do the red coin mission in case I have to jump cut or whatever other BS I have to. You know, it looks a little sus, so I think we're going to head on back to where Gooper Blooper was not too long ago. Also, hope you guys are liking that I'm spreading out the boss fights somewhat intentionally, like not trying to do all of them in one episode. It's almost coincidental how it worked out, but I'm glad it did. Alright, though. Rocket nozzle. Probably, this is going to be probably a lot more than necessary, but hey, better safe than sorry. Also, if you do a dive in the middle of a rocket shoot, yeah, you get some pretty good distance, honestly. But, yeah, I'm thinking rocket nozzle is probably the way to go here, even if it might be overshooting it just a tad. If Mario would stand still. My good lord. I'm trying to move him slightly in the water. I don't... Alright, what? Okay, there we go. So that brings us to a total of 26 blue coins in Ricco Harbor. We know we got the 2 with the X's. We're actually going to knock those out in episode 7, if I'm not mistaken, because that's when the turbo nozzle becomes available. And the last 2 blue coins in Ricco Harbor are going to have to wait till episode 8. You can't get all of the blue coins in Bianco Hills or Ricco Harbor until episode 8 in each of these levels, so that'll have to be saved for a later time. 2 blue coins in Ricco Harbor and 3 in Bianco Hills, but one of them I actually forgot to get. I double-checked this in between recordings, and one of the blue coins in Bianco Hills I just forgot about, but you can get that one, like, pretty much any episode. I want to say the last few, so no big whoop. I will be showing those missions off just for the sake of the blue coins. Alright, now we have the main show here. Just a friendly reminder, since this is the episode after the last one, green bloopers are slowest, yellow is the medium speed, and pink is the fastest but the hardest to control. So, I mean, yeah, why not go with the green blooper? Alright, attempt numero dos of red coin missions. Again, green blooper is recommended most for this mission because you're not going to want to go fast, and you're going to want to be able to have a lot of control with your turns. You're not going to jump as high, but I don't think you really need to jump all that high in this mission, thankfully. And as you can see, even with the slowest, easiest to control blooper, it is still possible to miss these red coins. Darn it. But yeah, this is probably the worst red coin mission in the entire game. It's still not really that hard. And, I mean, the time limit is fairly generous, to be fair. But the fact that it's so easy to overpass the red coins here. There's one over here. Where's the other one? Over here. Let's jump for it. Okay, that's good. Where was the one that I missed earlier? Is it right here? Okay. The last one should be in between some boats. Unless I already got that one. In between 2 boats. Alright, let's turn around here. I'm trying to find the 2 boats. Where the red coin is. Unless I already got it. No, I didn't. Oh, God. Don't want to run into the pole by accident. Let's see what happens. That didn't count as a death for some reason. Okay. If you bump into anything, you die. Also, I passed the shine sprite. Jesus. Yes, it is possible to die before you get the shine sprite. Not that time, though. Oh, Lord. Episode 7, Shadow Mario Revisited. Some of these mission names for the Shadow Mario missions are kind of funny. In an unintentional sort of way. So, starting with this episode, you have access to this turbo nozzle box. By collecting this turbo nozzle box, you will have access to the turbo nozzle for every other mission in Ricco Harbor, which is good to know. I mean, normally you'd probably want the hover nozzle, but since we have the turbo nozzle now, we're going to go ahead and knock out the X graffitis. It's rather tough to do, honestly, with the turbo nozzle and no hover nozzle or anything like that, but you kind of have to make do in this case. Alright, so, hold up. Use the turbo nozzle to jump out of there. Actually, this one could be pretty tough. Like I said, especially with no hover nozzle to make it easier on you. But let's go ahead and get over to this side. And let's try to do what we were trying to do before. Maybe you want to position yourself around here to get the X from this particular angle. I don't know why these X's are green graffiti. Probably just for the sake of being different. Turbo nozzle is a little bit faster than the water slide. Probably a lot less chaotic too. But yeah, it seems like you practically need the turbo nozzle for that. It's very tough to meet the deadline otherwise. You can get a pretty considerable distance before you start spraying on the X in here. And it seems like the best way... Actually, you know what? I think maybe, just maybe, the water slide might be better here. Because the turbo nozzle can't jump high enough to get to the upper area where the blue coin is, so I'm going to say that I want to be on top of this box. And, well, I want to be on top of the box, but you can see the game clearly doesn't want me to. We're going to spray the X from here this way, even though it's not being very effective for some reason. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit better. And now we're going to do what I've been doing. Spin jump off of here, bounce off the wall, hover nozzle, grab on the ledge, and then try to water slide over there. And, yeah, you got a lot more time to do that one, so I guess that's the blue coin you could have gotten this whole time, but it just makes more sense to knock out both of the X's in one go, and now that we have the hover nozzle back, Shadow Mario is going to stick mostly to the scaffolding in Ricco Harbor, which makes sense, because this is kind of, it's almost a maze-like structure that you're dealing with, so, but I think Shadow Mario is still down here somewhere. If only I was recording this with audio, if only I had some headphones or something, that would probably help me out a little bit here. Because now I can't listen for the music indicating where Shadow Mario is close by. Actually, that's very annoying. I don't have access to that right now. Maybe I should invest in a pair of headphones. Because, you know, that wouldn't be uncomfortable after 5 hours of recording or something like that. Shadow Mario's up here. If you hold down the button that lets you run while spraying, you're going to do pretty good here. But it's not going to hurt you to stop and snipe, too. I believe that's what the technique is called. And alright, though, we're going to be ending Ricco Harbor with 7 Shine Sprites and 28 blue coins, guys. Alright? But still got a little bit of time for this episode, so why don't we head back to Delfino Plaza and see what's up. Woohoo! And, oh man, another pile of goop. I guarantee you there's gonna be like another goopy piranha plant down there or something. Good lord, how many of those do we need to deal with? I don't think we're gonna have enough time to start the next area. I mean, maybe we will, but I mean, I don't know. But for now, let's just explore Delfino Plaza a little bit, why not? Because, I mean, we're gonna have to go around anyway to get to where that area is. That was the area where I got that secret Shine Sprite, I think in the first episode. So, yeah. Let's head around back here, and oh, lo and behold, we have an M graffiti. Don't mind if we do get a fairly easy blue coin over here. I think there's a blue bird somewhere around here, maybe? Oh, yeah, there's one over there. Nice little blueberry-shaped birdie. Dropped a blue coin, alright. Ground pound, and there we go. That should bring us to 7 blue coins in Delfino Plaza. Okay, now's a good time to bring this up. So, this is a Pianta. You talk to her, and she'll ask you to bring her 3 durians. Now, you're probably wondering what a durian is. Well, a durian is a type of fruit. It's a fruit found here in Super Mario Sunshine, and now you might be wondering, is that a real fruit in real life? And I'm going to answer, yes, it is. Do look it up. There's another fruit lady over there. She will ask for 3 pineapples. Actually, honestly, I think I might show that off real quick. That one over there asks for pineapples, and the one over here actually asks for bananas. And the bananas are the easiest to bring because, well, they're literally going to be on the other side, and honestly, you can do these fruit ladies at any time as far as the blue coin routing is concerned. I usually save them, at least most of them, until the quote-unquote post-game, as I call it. I think other people might call it that too, but I call it that because it's basically stuff you do after you beat the game for the any percent path, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this one is the easiest fruit lady. Actually, maybe the second easiest, now that I think about it. The bananas, you know, there's a lot of different ways you can go about bringing the bananas to the fruit lady, to the banana lady. So, I mean, this is a way. I think there's like another awning over there. There's a couple of them, actually. So, you have all those ways to do it. And I think there's a speedrun path that involves just like literally tossing the banana close to where they spawn and just hoping that your toss lands in the basket somehow. Since I am recording this without sound, I'm not going to want to do a blind shot because, you know, I'm going to be second guessing myself way too much for comfort. Actually, for something different, let's just hop on this awning. Spin jump right onto it. Yeah, that'll work out just nice. If you're wondering what the green birds will give you if you spray them, they produce just regular yellow coins, which is a good idea to deal with when you're going for the 100 coin shine here in Delfino Plaza. Thing about that is, I would wait to do that until literally after you beat the game. Because in Delfino Plaza, every time you collect a shine sprite, your coin count will not go down until you enter another level. So basically, your coin count is going to skyrocket like crazy. Speaking of skyrocketing your coin count, though, I think I might do that, actually. But for now, pineapples. So, it's a little bit more difficult just by the fact that you need to throw the pineapples into the basket this time around. I mean, you kind of had to already for the bananas, so this isn't really a huge stretch or anything. But, I mean, there's a chance they might not go in the basket. It's pretty hard to stand on the edge. But anyway, something like around this position, I'd say is pretty good, yeah. So we'll knock out 2 more pineapples here, and I think we're going to put a pin note on these fruit ladies until later. There's 4 of them total. The durian lady, the pineapple lady, the banana lady, and there's a coconut lady that's sitting by her lonesome in an island a pretty far distance from here. Well, actually, I might show that off later, because like I said, I don't think we're going to have enough time to start the next level that's, you know, protected by the Goopy Piranha Plant. We can at least kill the thing before I end this episode. Definitely want to kill it at least, just so we're finally done with Goopy Piranha Plants for the rest of this Let's Play, you know what I mean? But, yeah, these fruit ladies are fairly easy blue coins to get, honestly. At least 3 of them are. The durian lady is really annoying to do, and I'm gonna hate that I have to do that without jump cuts. Or I might still do jump cuts, but I don't know. Didn't miss a single pineapple shot, though, so that's pretty impressive for Let's Play standards, for sure. Alright, so that's 2 more. How many are we up to total? Should be 10. Alright, so we're going to be halfway through that. Alright, so what I want to show off next is the sewer system of Delfino Plaza. There's a lot of coins hidden in the sewers of Delfino Plaza. And yeah, you get these coins right here, and let's keep exploring. There's going to be 3 blue coins to collect as well, hidden in the sewer system. One of them is here, and the other 2... It's been a minute since I did that 100% playthrough. Let's see if I remember where the other 2 blue coins are. Hopefully I do, but you know, with so many blue coins to keep track of, my memory is bound to get them mixed up a little bit here and there. Actually, maybe what I want to do is take care of that, and let's head over here and talk to this gentleman over here. Break all of the crates within 30 seconds to win a stinking prize. So, hold up. Ground pound these crates, and you will destroy them. But you do kind of have to be spot on. In fact, I may have just failed the mission because Mario was being a fidgety mess. Oh, man. Yeah, really weird physics by 3D Mario standards, for sure. Still works out, especially when you get 2 and 1 ground pound, huh? You know, things work out in that regard. Like I said, I'm not explicitly going for all the shines, but I will get some out of convenience. Because like I said, if you get a shine sprite in Delfino Plaza, your coin count stays the same. So watch. Coin count says 25, right? I'm going to continue. We're going to restart. Probably going to see that cutscene again, of course. Sunshine's very repetitive, that's really. And we still have 25 coins. Alright, this ground pound into the sewer system. All of the coins we just collected are respawned. And I'm going to let you guys know this now. There's like 70-something coins in this sewer system. So, the best way to get 100 coins in Delfino Plaza, shock and surprise, is to spam the sewer system, as it were. And I do mean spam. So let's go over here to this sewer system. And this is how we're going to get to the island with the coconut lady. I guess we can go ahead and knock her out while we're here. Now, in this sewer system, there's a fork in the road. Take the fork over here, and this should be the blue coin, the second one. Yeah, so that's the second sewer blue coin. There's one more hidden somewhere. I'm sure I'll track it down eventually, but as I said, the coins respawn even though this is an area we weren't in before, but it's a pretty good thing how that all works out, and I guess this will be the coin shine I show off of the Let's Play, just to show off how coin shines work. Hopefully I can get the Shine Sprite after it spawns, though, because I don't have the rocket nozzle for Delfino Plaza yet. You need to make pretty good story progress to unlock that, sadly. Alright, so the Coconut Lady is technically the easiest of the 4 fruit ladies because the fruit she wants literally grows in the tree right next to her. So, I mean, it kind of makes you wonder why she just doesn't get the fruit herself, you know? Then again, do coconuts really count as a fruit? I think that's even more concerning question to ask. And now I think about it, why is there only 1 coconut here? Usually this tree has more than 1 coconut. For some reason it's only spawning. Maybe it's because the sunshine hasn't reached over here yet. Maybe that has something to do with it. I doubt it. But, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but yeah. If it's not the banana fruit lady, I would say the coconut one is definitely the most brain dead and easiest. I guess the only thing that's going against this is that it's a little bit out of the way compared to the other fruit ladies. Not by a lot, but, I mean, if you're going for 100% anyway, where did the coconut go? Did it seriously... Wait, what? What just happened there? Like, I had to do a moment of silence for that, because I don't know what on earth just happened. Alright, let's get this blue coin out of the way. Thanks, sweetum. Yeah, fun. And, you know what? I think it might be better just to, take the normal way back instead of going back through the sewer again. There's a 1-up mushroom over there, you know, if you're hurting for 1-ups at this point. I'm really not. I'm going to mention this. You see that coin over there, right? That coin over there sitting by its lonesome? If you go upwards from it, you will access a secret mission, and it's one of the infamous ones. One of 2 infamous missions here in Delfino Plaza. I will not be doing that in this Let's Play, because I don't think you guys want to see me suffer. No, I don't think you do. Maybe you think you do, but no. I'm going to tell you, you definitely don't. But anyways, right now, I'm much more concerned with finding that last blue coin in the sewer system before we go and knock out that goopy piranha plant, and that's gonna fish it. There is a hidden manhole cover around here, and this doesn't take you to a blue coin, I don't think. It's just a bunch of regular coins. I believe that might have been a 1-up. Yeah, it was some free 1-up and some free extra coins for you guys. That's pretty nice, honestly. Alright, you know what? I think we're gonna go ahead and knock the goopy piranha plant since we're already here. And because, you know, these things annoy... I don't want to deal with these anymore for the remainder of this Let's Play, so we're gonna finish these off for good. These things that spawn from the goop are pretty annoying too, with how constant they spawn, good lord. But then again, the goopy piranha plant is respawning the goop, as it were. Alright, get out of there, you. Is it just me, or is this one the same color as the one that was guarding Ricco Harbor, though? Like, I don't... Maybe I'm somewhat colorblind, but I cannot tell a difference in the color scheme between this one and the Ricco Harbor one. Color-wise, anyway. Functionally speaking, it is a little different. After you hit it 3 times, it's gonna spawn some more of those things out of it, which doesn't really matter. Alright, so, yeah, thankfully you're really close to a source of water, so refilling your water shouldn't be an issue for this. And yeah, I've said all I need to say about these things. The last, how many? 1, 2, 3, like 6 of these fights or something crazy like that. But anyways, when you defeat this one, the lighthouse will be respawned, and that will take you to the next main level in Super Mario Sunshine. We're gonna clear off the portal, but we're not gonna go there yet. We will clean off this Toad, though. Just because he's Blue Toad. Blue Toad's my favorite Toad. Thanks, Mario! Yeah, something like that. But alright, we're gonna track down the last blue coin that's in the sewers. Where could it be? I'm pretty sure it's in this area over here. Let me try to find maybe a different manhole cover to look into this. I don't know. I think what I want to do is I want to head to the manhole cover over here. Yeah, actually, let's get the 100 coin shine. That'll be a really good way to end this part. Yeah, I think that's what we'll shoot for. But we're going to get the blue coin as well, just so I don't have to think about it no more. Let's head north. Actually, I think I just remembered where the blue coin might be. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but it might be where I'm thinking of it. But there's also a bunch of coins we can collect here, so why don't we just knock those out? And bam. Alright. And let's see. Isn't there a path to the right that we can take around here somewhere? Let's keep moving forward. But yeah, it's a pretty good thing that these coins are generated, and the sewer is such an easy and convenient way. Oh! The last blue coin was there the whole time? Alright. Like I said, the sewer system can be a little complex, if you don't keep track of everything. But, let's get to 100 coins then and finish this off. How many blue coins are we at right now? 14! Alright. I know there's one that you need to wait till literally after you do all the Shadow Mario missions, at least one there. There's going to be at least one that we need to wait until after I do another mission. In probably the next level or the one after that, something like that. And, I guess we're just going to have to think about all of that. Actually, let's get another shine just so there's more coins that'll be spawned in. I'm going to show off another fairly easy to get shine here in Delfino Lava. So you see this guy over here with the fancy looking stash and hat, right? And there's a building right behind him. Now you want to get into a specific position with this guy. And I don't like this angle. That might work. Talk to him and he says, "Howdy, throw me a coin and I'll throw you for a loop. Yeah, the way you go." Yeah, you gotta be specific with the positioning, but you give him a coin and he tosses you to get a shine. Pretty fair trade, honestly. A coin for a shine. You can't really beat that. Also, I'm just noticing the freaking blue coin count. Oh, what's this? Another story-based cutscene? Well, I guess we're gonna have some choices next time on Let's Play Super Mario 3D All-Stars, but for this episode, we're just gonna focus on, like I said, getting the coins, and actually, yeah, I don't think there's any more blue coins I can get right now. There's one more from the Durian Lady, there's the one I can't get yet, there's another one. Actually, the other one I might want to look into now that we've respawned Delfino Lava, as it were. I think we want to head back to the beach area where the lighthouse was spawned. Now, let's head back over here. And then over here. Pretty convenient way to get back to the beach. Don't forget about the hidden manhole. That's going to have some more coins for you to collect. So, yeah, let's see about that maybe. Okay, I guess that hasn't spawned yet. So there's going to be at least 2 blue coins. No, actually there's 3. No, wait, there's 5. Okay. Well, we'll get them as we get them, as we do this playthrough. No, I keep adding to the count ridiculously. Okay, 6 coins underneath there. I wonder why I didn't notice them until now. Let's go ahead and do this over there. And, actually, there is something over on this island you can get, but we're going to save that for later, too. It might be a little faster to wait until later on. This guy over here, if you talk to him, you need to collect a certain amount of shine sprites. Once you do, you talk to him, he will give you something pretty interesting. Speaking of interesting, lo and behold, the 100 coin shine, it is finally spawned. Now you're probably wondering how in the heck we're going to get over to that platform. Well, that is a very good question. So you see these boats, right? You can take advantage of those boats to get over there. That's going to take some time. So what we're going to want to do is follow this boat. Follow this boat and get on this boat. And you know what? Let me get to the boat and I'll probably just do a jump cut to when it gets close to where the shine sprite is and save you guys a little bit of time. We are starting to run a little high in this episode length. Oh god, I'll get to the boat eventually. There's an island over there with a stranded Pianta, and what you want to do is there's a shine sprite you can get there, but I won't tell you how to get it. You'll just have to find out on your own. Also, keep in mind that that pipe that has like orange jelly on top of it is very weird. Yes, I do agree. Alright, I will jump cut to when we get to the shine sprite. And we're back. Good lord, that was like a minute of silence on my end, alright? At any rate, this is going to end this episode, guys. Next time on Super Mario Sunshine, I believe we're going to look into the business over there with that weird-looking turtle cruiser rather than the lighthouse. We're going to save that for another time. Until then, take care and do stay hydrated, especially during this hot summer weather. Ooh, boy. It can be rough, let me tell you.